waiting for one more person. Please wait for some time. Vinay and Umar, can you please tell to Vinay that in a GoToMeeting he has to select computer audio. I think he selected the phone call.
Yeah,
okay.
sir.
Can you just help him to enable the audio?
Yeah, I'll guide him.
Okay. I think Vinay, are you able to hear me? Vinay, I think you are in a mute. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm able to hear you. Thanks.
Yeah, but Omar is again is disabled. Audio is disabled for him. Omar, yeah, Vinay, he can able to hear me, but for you, I think you disabled the audio for you. Okay, okay. Yeah, but make sure that in audio you need to select the computer audio, not phone call. Okay, you are aware of that, right? Okay. Oh, okay, okay, fine. Anjishnu. Can you hear me? Anji, can I call Anji? Anji, I think you are in mute. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you just give me a brief idea about yourself?
Sir, I am a BCA graduate. I came from an English medium background. I did work in Just Dial for 2 years. Before that, I worked in a information center which runs a process of US. Now BCA, so I wanted to take some SAP training so that I can move move forward to my career. So I need to build a career right now.
Okay, got it, got it. Okay, where you are located?
Kolkata, sir.
Kolkata. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay. Actually, there was a plan come to Kolkata yesterday. So due to some our production issue, it is cancelled. So we cancelled the tickets. Yeah. Even I worked in Kolkata more than 3 years. 2009, 10, 11.
Okay.
Sorry, 2008, 9, 10. Till 2010, I worked there. Salt Lake in
Yes,
IBM company. I worked in IBM in Salt Lake. You know Karunamai?
in Salt Lake only.
Yeah, you're also in Star. Yeah, yeah, it's nice place actually. It's like a kind of
Yes.
home place only. Yeah. So how's the Calcutta? Is good.
Yeah, City of Joy.
I think it's now all infrastructure also is improved. Earlier it's not that much improvement. So that time like so they started all.
Yeah, actually, I have seen many a call centers, not a like IT. When I went to, I have a brother who lives in Noida. So when I went there, I've seen hundreds of IT companies are there, and they are like they hire many like freshers, they hire interns, they they hire many types of students. In this Kolkata, like there is only 2 to 3 IT sectors which hires only top level students.
Okay, okay, okay. And they had experienced people also.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just a second. Omar is calling. Yeah. Omar, can you hear me? Yeah, please.
Yes, yes, yes. You need to wait that again. Sorry for that.
No problem. No problem. No problem. Vinay is there. Anji is there. I'm waiting. We are waiting for you. No issues. And what about Vinay? I think I had a discussion with Omar earlier, but not in detail. You are currently working with Ramesh only, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You are into background of BW?
No, actually, I'm into data warehousing ETL part. I've been
Oh,
working
okay.
for the past 6 years on Informatica tool.
Oh, okay. Okay. You are into Informatica. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to gain some knowledge on reporting as well.
Yeah, yeah, that is always good. See, having normally ETL people has to know the reporting part, but see, you know, right? Reporting people, it doesn't require the like the ETL part knowledge, but the ETL team should aware the BO because you are working, you will be implementing all the ETL models for reporting purpose only, right? So everyone
Yes,
should,
yes.
who are working in the ETL's tool, they should aware of the at least one reporting tool you should aware of that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Even Umar also is also working with you as a ETL
Yes, we
developer, right?
almost work for the same team.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, okay, thanks. And let's start the session. Okay, so welcome to Bob J session. So let me just introduce about myself, Madhukar Reddy. I have a 12 plus years of experience in business objects. So I'm working as a business object architect currently. So I'm part of the technical team only. I'm not kind of like a lead or managing the team, no. So definitely I'm really working with as a technical person and considering the view architect. Okay. Yeah, I work with different versions in the business objects. So 6.5, XAR2. These are the versions. These are the old versions which we used in previous projects. So XAR2, 3.0. As I said, like 2008. So SAP acquired business objects. That time I was in IBM. So that time I started BW with the BW projects in 2008. So that's my first project working with the BW integration with BW. So we have struggled a lot and we do not have any knowledge about the BW and we do not have the knowledge about developing reports on connecting to the SAP sources. Yeah. So anyway, like almost one full day training is given by SAP team. So it's like that time is they come up with a new integration tool which is a BW. So they given free of the training to IBM company because IBM is a partner of the SAP. So almost we gain a lot of knowledge with even that one day training about how BW integration with BO. So almost 6 to 7 hours they given the training. So with that, so almost we managed 2-3 projects after the training completed. Okay, that was 6 hours of the training. Okay, yeah, since I am a good already experience with BO, so we can easily grasp this BW with BO as well, and within 6 hours. And lot of changes they come up with that when connecting to the BW sources. Okay, so that all I'm going to share with you knowledge. And also after 3.1, SAP is released the version called 4.0 in 2010. Okay, now it's 2017, right? Almost 7 years, almost 7 years. So then again they released with so basically we identified some bugs in BO 4.0. So they released again 4.1 version, and which almost stable. I can say the 4.1 is almost stable, and now the current version is they started using the 4.2. Okay, so even versions are changing. There is no much changes. Only few bugs has been fixed, and also some new features is added in a 4.2. Okay, so that also we are going to discuss. Consider BO 4.0, 4.1, 4.2. So these three tools, if you work any of the tool, so this training will help you. There is no much difference between the different versions of the BO of 4.0, 4.1 and 4.2. Okay, fine. And so in our training, I'm going to discuss with developing reports on top of the BW system, and also we are going to design a universe and develop a dashboards on SAP HANA sources. So SAP HANA is an in-memory database. So it is 10 times faster than Oracle or SQL Server database. I can say, suppose when I'm running the report on SAP HANA sources, let's say it is taking 2 minutes. Okay. And if you run the same report by connecting to the Oracle database, so almost 10 to 15 minutes it will take. Okay, if you run the report on a SQL Server, either Oracle database. Okay, so it will take 10 minutes, and if you fetch the same kind of data from SAP HANA system, so it will complete in 2 minutes. So that is how like SAP HANA is an in-memory database, so which we can retrieve the data very fast. Okay, you need not to wait till get refresh the report 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It will come quickly in our report. Okay, so in this training, I'm going to cover designing the reports on top of SAP HANA, designing the reports on top of the BW sources. And also apart from that, so Oracle and the SQL Server database, we are going to develop a report by connecting to the Oracle and SQL Server DB as well. Okay. I also have a good experience with other tools also, but no, I'm not like expert on the other tools. Okay, so my core technology into business objects only. Now coming to the domain expert, so as a BO developer, you need not to have any experience in that project and the domain, but yes, so as working with your project, similarly you gain some knowledge of the telecom, I mean different domain projects, different domains also. So I work with the telecom domain, sales, banking and HRMS. Okay, in this training we are going to cover end-to-end implementation on the sales project. Okay, we have a sales sample data, approximately 1 lakh of records are there. So we are going to discuss end-to-end implementation on the sales project. What it means end-to-end implementation of BO. So end-to-end implementation is BO is gathering the requirements, report requirement from the user. So what kind of reports they are looking. Okay, then once you understand the requirement, so we are going to discuss with the ETL team or database team that so we have this kind of reports, so we need this kind of data into these different tables, or so based on our requirement, so the ETL team will help us that okay, this kind of data you can fetch this table, you can fetch this kind of data in this table. So that is how we need to understand the database table structure and how the data aligned in the different tables. So once you once you understand the database table structure, so then we can go for designing the universe. Okay, you need to go for designing the universe. Once you design a report universe and develop a reports. So the universe is basically a layer. It's a middle layer between the database and the reports. So once you design universe is completed, we are going to develop a different reports. Once the reports completed, so that we can share with the different users, right? So say suppose we created all 100 reports. All the other reports not accessed by only the one user, right? Different users they access different type of reports. Depends on their access levels. So we are going to do the security. So that means we are going to do the restrictions. We are defining the restrictions, right? Once we define the restrictions, so user going to able to access the reports. And also some user they do not want to log into the system. They want to just access the report in their email box. So they will tell no, I don't want to log into any of the portal. So I want to get that report into my email box. So how to configure the email box and send it to the report daily basis to end user email box. So all these cover as a like end-to-end implementation. Okay, simple. Gather the requirement from the user, understand the requirements, report requirement, analyze the backend source system, okay, and design a universe, develop reports, deploy those reports into the production, and provide the access to the particular reports to the particular user, and schedule reports and send it to the user email box either daily basis or weekly basis. Okay, so that coming like an end-to-end implementation. Okay, so whatever I explained till now, so that we are going to cover as a part of the training. So more like a project oriented training, and yeah, it's yeah, even I'm going to cover the admin part also. So you need not to go for again the administration separate training. So as a part of the training, so I'm going to cover the development part as well as the administration part. But both I'm going to discuss in this training. Okay, it's not a basic concept I'm covering. So you will gain in-depth knowledge of the admin also. Okay, and after the completion of the training, you can consider yourself as a 9 years experienced person. Okay, how the 9 years experienced person gain a knowledge when he's working with the business objects, all overall 9 years experience, how much knowledge he gain. So that knowledge I'm going to share with you. Okay, so the training, the components. Sorry, let me just move to the next slide. So the topics which I covered for, these topics mainly I prepared for US people, US consultants. You know, right? In a US, when applying for jobs, so they are going to keep minimum 9 years and maximum 15 years. They will keep some 12 to 15 years experience. Experience. Yes. They are going to keep some fake experience, though it is like so they get the training and. So as a 12 or 13 years experienced person, what kind of knowledge they should get? So that kind of topics I prepared here. So that means you get knowledge of all the business object components. Okay. So that kind of information and experience you'll get in this training. Okay. So coming to the topics, if you look at here, so I'm going to cover all these 20 topics. So if I'm talking about overview of the reporting. What is the reporting? What is the purpose of the reporting? Okay, so that I'm going to cover. And if you see the last one, markup interview questions, right? So normally, what kind of questions they ask regularly? Tell me about your project. Give me end-to-end architecture of the project. Okay, tell me about your project architecture. Okay, tell me one of the complexity you faced in the reporting. Tell me one of the complexity you faced in the invoice designing. Tell me one of the complexity requirement when you gather the requirement. So you faced a lot of complexity while you're talking with the customer. Okay, so customer is asking some requirement. So you're trying to understand him that how the viewer works, like how we can split that report requirement into the multiple reports, which cannot handle one report. So that kind of situation, so I can explain. And also, so tell me the difference between the 4.1 version and XA3.1 version, older version. What is the difference between the older version to the latest version? So that also you will gain knowledge. And what are the new features is added in 4.1 compared with the 3.1 version? Okay, so that kind of questions they ask regularly, and also they ask inverse designing, information designing tool, and other reporting tools. Okay, how you have knowledge in the other other tools, and also they ask one more frequent question is like, what are the different sources you worked? Okay, so most of the projects so which cover ANA, BW, and Oracle and SQL Server, these are the sources which we use frequently. In my total 12 years of experience, I worked with a SQL Server database, Oracle database. I worked very little bit time on the Terra database, and I work with SAP HANA and BW sources. These are the sources which we use most of the projects. Okay, but the same sources which I am going to explain in this training. And so coming to, so these are the topics, so which are the different tools are available in business objects, which is 2 to 18, these are the different tools are available. If I'm talking about BA Launchpad is a portal. So using this portal, so end user going to access the reports which is available in the repository. Okay, and coming back here, BA Launchpad, if you look at here, BA Launchpad is a portal. It's a BA portal. Using this portal, the end user access the reports which is available in the repository. So what kind of reports they can access? What kind of reports they can access? They can access Webby reports. They can access the dashboards. They can access the dashboard. They can access the Crystal report. They can access the Design Studio dashboards. They can access the Lumira. So these are the, and also they can access the Rich Client reports. These are the different reporting tools are available in BO. Okay. So once you develop these reports, so that we are going to publish into the BO server. Once you publish those reports into the BO server, so the end user log into the BA Launchpad, they can access the reports. End user log into the BA Launchpad, they can access the reports which is available in the report. Okay, clear? Any questions? Maybe if you have any questions, please always stop me, and you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Anji, yeah, go ahead please if you have any questions. Anji, you have any questions?
No, sir. Just
no. Yeah. Yeah, so because the first session I just give you overview of what are the different tools we are working in this training, and these tools are very easy, and we are not writing any code, which is we are going to use the more navigation only. Okay, so brief me BO with versus other tools. Okay, BO, other than BO we have other tools also available, which is Tableau, ClickView, and Cognos. MS BA also is there. Okay, so those reporting tools also is similar to BO, I can say, but what is the difference between that and this is, so other tools can't access the SAP sources, you know, right, in a world. So most of the project is on SAP product, right? So that is the advantage. So BO is a part of the SAP, is one of the model. So that is a good advantage that, so most of the project, whatever the SAP project they are using, BO has to be there for reporting purpose. Okay, and in terms of front end, the development of the report, look and feel, I don't see any difference. Okay, say suppose example, Lumira, Tableau is there. Tableau is a company, that is another reporting tool. So whatever the Tableau we can do, Tableau is one of the reporting tools. Whatever we can do with the Tableau, so we can do everything in the Lumira too. Okay, and if you are talking about the ClickView, is another dashboard tool. It is a separate company. So that ClickView dashboard you can compare with the Design Studio. Okay, so whatever we can do, any kind of dashboards we can implement using the ClickView, the same thing we can do it in Design Studio. Okay, which we do not have any limitation, so which cannot develop these kind of reports. So because we have a multiple flavors of the reporting tool. When you compare with other tools, they have only the single tool. They do not have the multiple reporting tools. So that is the advantage with the business object, which is having a multiple flavors of the reporting tool, and it's very easy and very minimal changes. You can do the customization also. Okay. So that kind of flexibility is there with the BO compared with any other reporting tool. So other than that, so any reporting tool, so almost simple reports we can do it is the same. There is no much difference. Okay, Vinay. Any other questions?
Good. I'm good, Madhu.
Yeah. So you can consider any reporting almost similar. I can say 70% of the all functionality will be there in all the reporting tools. Okay. Only the advantage with the BO is so even remaining 30%, if we cannot able to do anything with other tools, that we can do it with the report business objects, because which can have multiple tools. Okay. Fine. And
Yes.
coming to, so as I told, like a BA Launchpad, we're using the BA Launchpad. You can access the reports which is available in the repository. So all kind of reports you can access through the BA Launchpad, and we can develop a web intelligence reports through the BA Launchpad. Web intelligence is a web-based reporting tool. Web intelligence is a web-based reporting tool. Using this tool, we are going to develop a web intelligence reports. Web intelligence is one of the reporting tool in BO that we can do it through the BA Launchpad. Okay, to develop a web intelligence reports, we need a universe. Okay, universe is a semantic layer. Universe is a semantic layer, so which is between the database and report developer. Database and the report developer. Okay, so we are going to develop a reports by connecting to the universe. So universe can be implemented by connecting to any of the sources, either using the UDT tool, universe designer tool, or information designer tool. Okay, either UDT or IDT. What is the difference between the UDT and IDT? Both are same. I can say both are same. Only the difference is you can create a universe by connecting to the any of the single source only. I just added to only the SQL Server, but it connects to the any of the single sources. Okay, you can create a one universe either by connecting to the Oracle, by connecting to the SAP HANA, or by connecting to the BW. It can connect to the only the single source at a time. Okay, but with IDT tool, you can create a universe by connecting to the multiple databases at a time. By connecting to the multiple databases, you can create a universe at a time. So that is the difference between the IDT and the UDT tool. So if you know designing the universe with the UDT tool, so you can, without any training, you can develop a universe with IDT tool also. Okay, the UDT, IDT are both are in a same concept, but the tools are different. Okay, then the UDT will go away after a few days, after few years, not now. Maybe in the next version, UDT won't be there. We'll have only the one IDT tool. Okay, this is IDT is introduced in a 4.2 version. In earlier version, if you go to the old version 3.1, so you don't have the IDT. We'll have only the UDT tool. So they added the new features. They added the new features in our UDT. So instead of keeping the UDT, they come up with a new tool, which is called IDT. Okay. So you will discuss in more detail when we're talking about the practical session. Okay. So consider, so these tools are used for 1 second, guys. Hello. Naresh, చెప్పండి. టైమింగ్స్ ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను. 1 second. Sorry. So what I'm trying to say is UDT and IDT almost same tools. So to create a universe, we need this IDT or the UDT tool to create a reports on top of the any of the source system. So which we are going to cover all the sources in this training. Okay. And also in this training, so we are going to cover how to develop a dashboards, how to implement a crystal reports, how to implement a design studio dashboards, Lumira, also how to develop a rich client reports by connecting to the universes, and also how to develop a report by connecting to the web services and Excel text fields, that all we are going to discuss. Okay. And so for this is the universe is common for any of the sources. Okay. But when it comes to the SAP sources, either you can create a universe on top of SAP HANA tables and you can develop a reports, or you can directly connect to the SAP HANA sources. You can directly connect to the SAP HANA sources and you can develop web reports. Okay, that is another option we have. Also, when it comes to the BW sources, so we can create a universe on top of the BW system and design a universe, create a web reports. The other way is you can create a BEX queries. I mean the BW team is design the BEX queries. Once BEX is ready, without inverse also you can create a web intelligence reports. Without inverse also you can develop a web reports. Okay. Anji, are you able to hear me now? Hello. Anji, I think you are in mute. Are you able to hear me now? Okay, fine. So I hope you understand. And also, as I said, yeah, Umar, go ahead, please.
Yeah, can you please repeat that BEX concept again?
Okay. So basically, there is a tool called Query Designer in the BW system. Actually, BW itself is having a combination of the ETL and reporting. Okay. Now, so whatever the reporting is having the BW, so that we are going to replace with a BO. Okay. So to develop a reports in a BW, they define the BEX queries. Okay. Using that BEX queries, we can directly develop a web. Now, they are going to degrade the BW reporting tools. So they're not going to use any BW reporting tool. So we are going to directly develop a web reports on top of the BEX queries. So it's a query like how we design, how we write SQL queries, right? It's a kind of query. It's in kind of, it is in the format MDX. So using that BEX queries, we are going to develop a report. Okay. Yeah. I'll discuss more. Yeah, I'll discuss in more when we are talking about this particular component, BW with BO component. So we will gain in-depth knowledge of that, how we are going to connect the sources and how the BEX looks. So that all we'll discuss. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Madhukar.
Yeah, and also we are going to cover the administration part also, the CCM, how to configure the BO system, how to install the BO server, and how to restart the services, how to stop the services, and also if there is any server down, how to troubleshoot that server to make this up, and also if there is any performance issue, like when you try to open a report, it is taking a lot of time. So maybe yesterday you are able to open a report quickly in seconds, but today it is taking 1 minute time try to open a report. So what could be the reason? And to run the report faster, to open a report faster quickly, so then what caches you have to remove, and what precautions, what troubleshoot you have to do it. So that all admin and kind of support, like when you are working with the project support, right? So this kind of activity you have to do. Even though you are part of the support team, there might be some projects they won't maintain the administrator separately. So you need to take that part as well. So if there is any issue with when you normally when you open a report, when user open a report is taking time, it always come to the support team. Even support team is having the development knowledge or even administration, but he can consider everything. He can take any issue, right? He has to resolve either it is admin issue or either it is a development issue, right? So that also I'm going to cover. That means after the training you can consider that you can go for the support kind of projects also. Okay. And CMC, yeah, Vinay, yeah, go ahead please. Vinay, you have a question?
No, I don't have.
Okay, fine. And CMC is an administrator tool. Using this tool, we are going to give the access particular reports to the particular users. Okay. I just said like how to give the access to the particular reports, right? So that we can do it through the CMC tool. And we are going to do, yeah.
Are we giving permissions to particular universe or particular report?
Particular reports. Universe is not required. Universe access is not required. Okay, universe access just you have to give the just view access. That's it. Okay. So if there is any restrictions are there, that you need to enable the view access. Okay. Normally, for end users, we'll give the view access to the universes as well as the reports also. But reports, they can refresh the report. So not only view access, they can run the reports also. That kind of access levels we do. There are 4 levels of access. We have view, view on demand, schedule, and full control. Okay. So how all these access levels will work by default access levels, or how we can customize the access levels also. That also I will explain in this training. Okay. And also, so as I said, like how to promote the reports. So using the promotion management tool. So you develop a report in the dev environment. Okay, and how we can promote those reports to quality. Okay, how you can promote those reports quality and also quality system to the production. Okay, so that all we are going to discuss in this time. Promoting the reports one environment to the other environment. Okay, how to take the backup of the system. Like so, like in Informatica, we have a check-in and check-out functionality, right? So here we do not have that kind of functionality. We can't retrieve the maybe previous 3 versions of the report that we can't do it. Only we can take the backup of those reports when you want to retrieve that the second level of the report, then we have to republish again whatever you take in the backup. So that check-in, check-out functionality is not there. I mean, we do not have any version control in our business objects. Okay. I think ETL is having that kind of functionality, right? We can retrieve any previous version of the functionality, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is not there in our reporting part. So if you want to see, we say suppose current reports as v5.1. So you want to retrieve the 4.1 means whatever you take in the backup, that backup you have to revert it. It's not that so directly you can retrieve it, check in and check out. That kind of functionality is not there. Okay, basically version control is not there. Okay, but still we can retrieve. We can retrieve any versions, but that you have to do it manually. Whatever you take in the backup of the whenever you're doing the changes, right? So that particular version you need to redeploy again into the server. Okay, fine. So and also we are covering the one project which is how to migrate older version to the latest version. As I said, like we are currently using the 4.1. Maybe customer is not migrated 3.1 to the 4.1. So how to migrate the project 3.1 to the latest version? Okay, since he is having the same license key, so if you want to upgrade the latest version, so it will not cost for him. Okay, so with the same license key, you can upgrade the system. Okay, how to upgrade the server 3.1 to the 4.1 or 4.1 to the 4.2? So that all we'll discuss. And if I am talking about 3.1 to the 4.1, there is no upgrade. There is no upgrade concept. Like we are installing some patches, right? So Windows machine XP to Windows 7 you can't migrate, but Windows 7 to Windows 8 you can upgrade it directly. Okay, so you need not to reinstall, right? For BO 3.1 4.1 is you have to install the 4.1 separately, and move all the content 3.1 to 4.1. Then you can shut down the 3.1 system. Once you make sure that if 4.1 server up and running without any issues, so after all the validation is done, so you can use the 4.1 server. That is how so we can do the migration. Okay, upgradation is different and migration is different. Okay. What exactly the upgradation and migration? So that we'll see later. And conversion RCT is a tool which we can convert desktop intelligence reports. Desktop intelligence is one of the reporting tool. Desktop intelligence is one of the reporting tool which is there in 3.1. That is not there in a 4.1. In the latest version, there is no desktop tool. So that is permanently removed. Okay. But if you are migrating your project to 3.1 to the 4.1, desktop reports are not there. So then how you can access those disk reports? We can't access. Okay. Only the way is you can convert those disk reports to web intelligence format using RCT, report conversion. Can we convert all disk reports to the web? No. Functionality might be slightly different. So all disk reports we can migrate to the web intelligence. Okay. In that case, so we have to redevelop. We have to redevelop disk reports in the web format, which cannot be converted. So those disk reports you need to redevelop in a web intelligence. Okay. So that we are in this session. So these all components I am going to cover. Normally, so some 9-10 years experience person only. So this kind of knowledge you gain as a part of the experience. Similarly, I did the same. Okay. Fine. Any questions? Is that clear? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And that duration of the training is 30 hours. So approximately 35 hours, I can say. And it's going to be the session timings for Monday to Friday. So which you are going to attend a session at 8 a.m. IST. 8 a.m. IST. Okay. Is that fine, everyone? 8 to 9 o'clock every day? Is that fine?
I mean, if we can stretch for the like 8:30 or 9, is it possible for you?
Weekdays. I'm talking weekdays is okay, right?
I mean, I'm referring to weekdays. I mean, is it okay for you if we go for 8:30 or 9, or it's
8 is okay, but 9 is not possible. 9 have to start to office.
just
My
checking,
working hours is morning. But yes, anyway, you are not available in the evening times, right?
yes.
Okay. Fine. What about Anji?
Yeah, I'm available, sir.
Okay, available. Okay, fine. And Vinay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, perfect. This time is 8 o'clock is fine. Okay. And so you will get the server access of 90 days. So what is means server access here is, so all BO components are available in that server. You need not to install anything in your machine. You are going to connect through remote desktops. Okay, so here is the remote desktop. So as I said, like BA Launchpad is a business object portal. Using this portal, end user access the reports. Okay, I'm trying to log in here. Once you log in, so we can access the reports which is available in the repository. So BA Launchpad is a BA portal. Okay, I can say the BO portal in 4.1, 4. Which is called the BA Launchpad. In 3.1, which we can call as the info view. Okay, this portal end user access through their local system, through the Internet Explorer. And instead of localhost, we are giving the user with the IP address. HTTP and the BO server IP address 8080 BOE/BI is a common. Okay, and so he's going to log into the BA Launchpad. Once you log into the BA Launchpad, you can access the reports in the repository. If you go to the folders, right, under the folders, you can see the list of the reports. Okay, you just log in here and you can access the reports which is available in the repository. Okay, say suppose I'm trying to open one of the Webby report. Okay, this is actually Webby report. So we'll see how the look and feel is. So pie chart with the detailed reports. Say suppose if I select the accessories. The accessories, for accessories, how many detailed categories are there? Each category wise, you can see how much is the margin we received, what is the total revenue generated, and what is the total quantity. Okay, in 2005, 2004, right? And if you say, if you select the accessories, right? So accessories detail category data which is explained. And similarly, if you want to see Texas data, the Texas city-wise data you can see now. Texas city-wise, then each year-wise, how much is the revenue margin generated. If you want to see the DC data, only the DC data. This is how user going to access the reports. Who is going to develop this report? We are going to develop a report by using the web intelligence reporting tool. Okay, as I said, like user, we can access any kind of reports, right? So this is the web intelligence reports, and I'm trying to open a dashboard. Open a dashboard. You click on a dashboard, so I can see the dashboard here. This is one of another tool which I implemented. So based on the values I selected, that values are displaying here. In 2006, so sales versus margin data you can see. Okay, fine. Just give me a second.
Madhukar, are you speaking? Yeah, we can't hear you. I hope you are on mute.
If I do not so that's what if we do not go for cloning, and what we can how we can proceed further. So clustering the views, or that we are not sure. That Sujit told me. Sujit will call and discuss with the other people. So we'll proceed for that. That's what he discussed. Maybe what you can do, you can call him directly. He can help. I don't know the status. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Fine, fine. It's okay. We'll add you in case if you have a set up a call with all team. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, sure, sure. I'll do that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, sorry, yes, yeah. So as you are clear, right? So this is how, so we can, I mean, user can access the reports through the BA Launchpad. Okay, fine, and you will get the server access, and in a BO server, so you have all the components. What I explained is, if you look at the business intelligence folder, there you will see the server tools, upgrade management tool, Java, BA Launchpad, CMC, CCM. This is server related folder, and you can see the client tools, rich client, UDT, IDT, various web services. And also we have a design studio tool, crystal reports, Lumira. So which we have all the tools are there, and we are connecting to the SQL Server database, right? We have a SQL Server database and HANA source system, and also the SAP BW system. Okay. So as discussed, yeah.
Madhu, before going into the BO, can you brief us the types of reports, how we use in the real time, and where mostly we use which type of reports?
Okay. Okay. So which are the reports mostly we are frequently using, right? Okay. So the main reporting tool, Webby. Okay. 70% of the projects you can Webby is used. Okay. And the dashboard, the next stage. So mainly the dashboard, which we cannot display the detailed information, which is having a very high level aggregate data. It can be used by the COEs or very high level management. They can access this dashboard. And the web intelligence, so it can be accessed by any like low level management team also, like regional manager or particular showroom wise managers. So individual managers also can access the web reports. Okay, it can have a very detailed data, circle wise, city wise data, showroom wise data. Okay, and dashboard can be used, and also, so now people started using Design Studio. Design Studio is mainly purpose of SAP BW and HANA sources. Okay, when it comes to the non-SAP sources, so dashboard can be used. Okay, maybe non-SAP sources also we can develop a dashboard using the Design Studio, but that is most of the project. So dashboard can be used because this is the Design Studio is newly introduced. So this is not using for non-SAP sources. Okay, and it is added the new connection to connect to the universes also. So, but still, there is no project developing a dashboard using the Design Studio non-SAP sources now. Okay, only the SAP BW HANA we are using. And also the Lumira is just for the end user perspective. They can create their own reports using the Lumira. Very easy. So without any technical knowledge, the end user can create these reports, which can call it as adapt reports. Okay, adapt report, nothing but user can create their own reports.
Yeah.
Okay. And the crystal reports anyway is out of scope. Okay. So nowhere using crystal report, but yeah, any project, let's suppose maybe 2006 time they started using the crystal report. Still they are managing the crystal report only, right? So just to get some gaining the knowledge of the crystal report, I'm just added this. Okay, so that will help you how the crystal report works also.
Okay.
So these are the main front-end reporting tool. Okay, we have other tools which is a IDT and UDT, design the universe, and to do all the administrative activity we have administrator tools, right? So which I'm going to cover that. And about the material, okay, I'm going to give the material, and from SAP team, and also my own material which is prepared in a PPT format, that also I'm going to share with you. And if you, in case if you want to go for a SAP certification, right? Okay, so that certification docs also I will provide to you. So if you go through that certification document, you can easily pass. And the certification cost is approximately 500 USD. Okay. So that means you will be going to be certified in object after the certification over, and it will be very easy. It's a multiple choice, and if you go through the certification document, and also I will provide you some question and answers also, so that way you can go for you can complete your certification. It covers the training as certification as well, and all project related project document, which is the technical specification, functional specification, and UAT scripts, unit test scripts, and UAT document, release documents. So that all document I'm going to share. So you can use in your project when you get into the BO. Okay. So that's about the training material I'm going to provide, and also server access you can use for 90 days.
Yeah, when it comes to the scheduling thing, like scheduling the reports, everything we do by the tool itself, BO tool, or
Yes.
can we explicitly do from some shell scripting?
No, not required any shell scripting. We can do it directly through the BA portal or CMC tool.
Okay.
Okay, either way we can do it. Any questions? Any other questions?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
We are good, Madhukar.
Okay.
And one more thing, like whenever you're covering the development part, we are very much inclined towards the support and administration part.
Okay.
So whenever required, whenever you feel like this part is important for administration and support thing,
support. Yeah. I will. Anyway, regularly see when I'm talking about specific topic, right? So when kind of support issues will get, right, that issue I will raise there. Okay, this is something which we can get this kind of issues in a support. So this is how we can resolve it. So that normally I will explain. Okay. It's not for you, not for this session. By default, I will explain that part. Okay.
Yeah.
See, currently, which we are working on the server side now. I mean, recently we have some issue with the cluster setup. Okay, one BO server gone, and which we are maintaining with one server only. So that we are trying to rectify it. So that experience also I will share it. So current project what I am working and what kind of support issues we are getting. So that also sometimes I discuss in this training. Okay.
Thanks, man. That helps.
That helps, Madhukar.
That's what I said, right? So mostly the project, whatever the training completed, right? So their expectation is a kind of like they can put some 12-13 years experience and they go for interview. And getting a job in US is easy earlier. Okay, now it's tough anyway. But earlier it is very easy, and they can get. So if you have a biotechnology knowledge and someone can attend the interview, they can get the job. So they have to work. They have to do the work, right, in the office. So because of that, the training course I prepared. Okay. So earlier I started my training in 2010. So that time, one of the consulting companies suggested. So what exactly their requirement. So I'm just following the same content and added some new features, whatever new features is adding. So that I added into the sheet. Okay.
Were you in US for some time?
No. I train the US people from online. I work with the different consulting companies who do like H1, and they hire the people on H1, and they will give the training to the different technologies, right? Similar way. So I'm a trainer to multiple companies for US. Now US market is down. Now I'm concentrating on more on India market. So even I do the training for corporate trainings also. I do even recently I've given the training in the Capgemini. Normally I take the training in a 4 days full day training, which is going to be 5 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So they have to be there. Even Capgemini will not work in weekends, but the training, so they have to come. Because I'm also working in a company, so it is not feasible continuously taking the 5 days of the day.
Madhukar, you speak Telugu, right? And nobody else in the call.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So manaku munduga, like if you want some topics, like we'll list out.
Suman,
if there are
1 second. Suman, can you stop the recorded session? Can you stop the recording? Someone stop the